If I challenged you to sign your first or next agency client in 10 days, do you think you could do it? What about if I also taught you what kind of clients to go for, how to secure meetings with them, and finally, how to actually sign them up? Now, this might sound ambitious, but here's the thing. Ambition is the starting line of the journey you're on. So if you've got the fire, I'm here to provide the fuel. That's why on the 13th of November, I'm launching the First Client Challenge, and it's completely free. It's a 5-part series teaching you everything you need to know to go out there and sign your first or next client. And during this series, for 10 days, I'll be hosting a public challenge for you all to implement what you have learned together with the ultimate goal of signing your first or next paying client. And I've got some incredible prizes lined up for all of you that take part, which I'll run through towards the end of this video. But this is not for the faint heart or the skeptics or the eternal learners that are always preparing but never implementing. It's a hands-on, action-driven sprint designed for those of you that are ready to roll up their sleeves, jump in the trenches, and actually get started. Now, earlier this year, you watched me launch an agency from scratch, and within 4 days, I signed up my first client. I'm giving you 10 days to sign your first or next client. Will it be easy? Absolutely not, but it'll be worth it. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. This is a challenge, okay? It's meant to be that way. But every step of the way, you'll be backed by a community of fellow agency owners, all pushing boundaries, all striving for that pinnacle of signing a client. So if you're ready to step out of the shadows of what ifs and some days and into the spotlight of here and now, this is your moment. There has never been a public challenge like this before, and not everybody will be as lucky as you are. Most won't even get the chance to see this video until after the challenge has already finished. And if that is you, don't worry, you can still go out there and apply everything I'm going to teach you in this series. But you won't be able to take part in the challenge itself. Now, for those of you that are here early, are you going to sit back from the sidelines and just watch this unfold in front of you? Or will you grasp the opportunity whilst it's here? Because it won't happen again. So, are you in? Let's go through the timeline. So we're going to be releasing 5 step-by-step training videos throughout November, every Monday and Friday, teaching you everything you need to know for you to go out there and sign up your first client. And we're kickstarting this on Friday the 10th with the foundations. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know for you to go out there and start an agency from scratch, and how to identify the perfect client and build a lead list so you're ready to go and sell during this challenge, which kickstarts on Monday the 13th when we go through sales outreach. I'm going to dive into effective strategies that are working right now for you to go out there and secure meetings, from cold calls to emails and DMs, and the exact scripts that you can use and replicate during this 10-day challenge. On Friday the 17th, I'm going to teach you how to close. You're going to learn the art of closing deals. I've literally closed over $5 million in just agency revenue using the meeting strategy that I'm going to teach you in this lesson, not even considering tens of millions of closed and various other sales calls. So you're going to learn the art of converting potential leads into committed clients. Now, on Monday the 20th, we're going to host an exclusive live session. This is only for people that are registered for the event. We're going to dive deep into the data, and you're going to have the opportunity on a Q&A to ask me questions, and I'll be able to help you with whatever you're struggling with, any barrier that you want to break through during the process. And finally, on Friday the 24th, we're going to go through the results. We're going to discover the outcomes of the challenge. We're going to look at everybody that signed up clients, and we're going to celebrate in the triumphs of 10 days of intense action. So that's the timeline. How do you get involved? Well, if you click the link in the description, it's going to take you through to this landing page. If you click any of the buttons on the screen, it'll open up our pre-registration form. You'll fill in your full name, your email address, and let us know why you're taking part in the challenge. We want to hear your story and your motives. You're then going to select your agency status. Are you a part-time new starter, full-time new start, or are you an established agency owner? These are pretty self-explanatory, but part-time, full-time, you're either working a couple of hours a day, or this is your solo gig. And a new starter is somebody that hasn't got any clients yet. An established agency owner is someone that's already signed up some clients. It's really important you select the right one before you hit sign me up. Now, when you do hit this button, it's going to send you over an email with a unique link for your daily submission form. It's very important you only use that link, or your data will not go on your personal record. And you're going to submit your daily sales numbers during this 10-day challenge. Okay, so every day for 10 days, you're going to submit the amount of cold calls that you made today, how many DMs you sent, how many emails you sent, and of course, how many meetings you booked and how many clients you signed up. And you're going to accumulate a series of points throughout this challenge. Cold calls are worth 5 points, DMs are worth 2 points, emails are worth 1 point, okay? Because they are in order of number 1, difficulty, but most importantly, effectiveness. Cold calls are the scariest outreach method for the majority of people that haven't been in sales before, but they are the most effective. So you will be rewarded for getting uncomfortable, getting in the trenches and jumping on and doing those calls, because that is what is going to get you the results. So you're going to accumulate points over this period, and they're going to be hosted on our public leaderboard. So at any one time, when you go to the firstclientchallenge.com/leaderboard, you'll be able to access the live leaderboard during the challenge itself. And we're categorizing the leaderboard in 3 different statuses: part-time new start, full-time new start, and established agency owner, to make this a fair competition. It is not fair to put established agency owners in the same group as part-time new starters. And you can filter this data based on whatever you would like to see. You can see the total points of each individual person getting involved, the amount of calls they've made, and so on, the following data points, and of course, how many clients they have actually signed up. Now, this leaderboard takes inspiration from every high performance sales role I've been a part of. I remember my first cold calling job, I'd make 100 cold calls a day. I was terrified I was useless. I didn't want to pick up the phone, but I was in thousands of pounds worth of debt. But what motivated me even more than the debt was the massive whiteboard on the back wall that I'd face every single day with my name at the bottom of it. And I'd met the rest of my colleagues on lunch. I knew that they were no better of a human than me. I knew if they were capable of doing it, I was capable of being at the top of that list, and it motivated the shit out of me. And within 3 months of being at that company, I was in the top 3 earners and at the top of the sales list. And I continued to then start an agency and make millions, live in the house of my dreams, buy everything I've ever dreamed of buying. And it all came from that initial motivation, that initial healthy competition of comparison. And I want to create that for you guys with this leaderboard, healthy competition for you to see yourself at the bottom of the list. And if you are, I hope that ignites the same fire in you that it ignited in me 10 years ago when I was in my first sales job. Now, we're also going to be using this leaderboard to select 5 people to win exclusive prizes at the end of this challenge. 1 person out of the top 10 of each of these categories will be randomly selected to win a prize, and then there'll be a further 2 prizes taken from the entire list of everybody else that takes part. Now, you can win an agency scholarship. So this is a one-to-one coaching program with me and my team. You'll get access to absolutely all of our programs. There's over £5,000 worth of programs. We'll teach you everything you need to know and handhold you through the entire process of launching, building, and scaling an agency to 20K, 30K plus per month, depending on your goals. We're going to give away a brand new MacBook Pro, $1,000 bank transfer cash, 1,000 qualified leads for your agency, and finally a one-to-one coaching call. So these are all the prizes that are up for grab outside of you going out there and signing up your first or your next client, which is invaluable. Now, there are, of course, some very important rules that you need to follow if you are taking part in the challenge. And if you fail to follow these rules, you do risk removal from the challenge entirely. And the first one is being prepared to deliver. You must ensure that you're prepared to deliver a good service to the clients that you sign up. We are here to provide real value, not to burn business. I do not want to see someone sign up a client and post in our agency owners group, I just signed up this business. How do I generate them results? You're going to tarnish the industry for the rest of us, and you're going to burn that relationship with that client and make it a lot harder for them to work with an agency in the future. It is not difficult for you to go out there and Google, once you've decided which niche you're going to work with, how to get results for this business. Watch some YouTube videos on Facebook ads for this specific niche. That information is available in abundance. So don't be lazy. Go out there and learn and be prepared to deliver a good service to the clients that you are trying to sign up. Now, rule number 2 is you must submit your figures daily. The data you submit today must be from today. It can't be from yesterday or the day before. So make a habit of this during the challenge and use your unique link. Bookmark that link from your emails. If you use somebody else's link and they share it with you, that data is going to go on their name on the leaderboard. And stay consistent with this. See it out, the full course, the full 10 days. That's rule number 3, be consistent. Okay, those of you that stick this out the full course are going to be the ones with the highest chance of getting prizes and the highest chance of actually signing up clients. We're not going to accept you in the run for a prize if you just submit 1 day's worth of data. You must submit a minimum of 5 days worth of data to be in the run for any of the prizes that we've got. And if you're doing 5, you might as well do 10. Do not half-ass this, guys. Go the full hog. It is 10 days for you to go all in with relentless action and sign up your first or next client. But do not be tempted under any circumstance to lie about your numbers. There is nothing worse in the sales game than a figure fudger. And that's rule number 4. Do not fudge your figures. If you do, and you win a prize, we will be validating every bit of data that you have submitted. We will ask you to prove your call logs. We'll ask you to send us your email send box and your DM screenshots so you can validate that you have actually done the outreach you have done. If you fail to do that, or if you ghost us and don't claim your prize, we will call you out publicly on YouTube as a figure fudger. Be honest about your data and honest to yourself. You can't fake this till you make it, I'm afraid. So guys, waste no time, harness this opportunity whilst it exists. I will not be doing this again. It took a lot to build the infrastructure to facilitate this for you guys, but I'm committed to each and every one of you getting results, and I cannot wait to see what happens during the process of this challenge. Now, register sooner rather than later because you will be presented with some homework to complete before we actually get started, which includes a free community where you'll be able to engage with other people that take part in the competition, and of course, some exclusive training content for you to get started on in the meantime. Drop a comment down below if you're taking part, and I'll see you all next Friday. Cheers.